Good morning, it's Tom Bentley here from the TB Yacht Broker YouTube channel. Saturday morning here in Poole at my office, and we're going to be looking over another brokerage offering that we have here in the yard currently. It is an Axopar 37 sports cabin version. Now, obviously a few of you may well know that Sunseeker are an official dealer of the Axopar boats, and we've been selling a fantastic amount of numbers of these craft over the last kind of 18 months to 2 years. Incredibly popular boats, and there's plenty of videos and reviews online in regards to these boats. Now, the sports cabin is an interesting one because the sports cabin was only built for a couple of years, 17 to 19 really. There are a couple of 20 hulls out there on the market, or at least I know that ones have been sold, but realistically not a huge amount of these boats were were built, so quite a rare opportunity to acquire a 37 sports cabin Axopar. We sold this to the client just last year, and it's been kept in Poole its whole life, so in the UK, and there's been some big upgrades on this boat as well. Just while we're here at the bow, you can see really nice stainless steel anchor that's there at the top. And as I said, there's loads and loads of reviews of these boats all online, but they're kind of the handling of these boats, the kind of drivability of them all comes from this two-step hull design system that we can see up underneath here. Fantastic spray rails on these boats as well. So I won't necessarily kind of bore you with too many details in terms of how good these things are to drive, because they really are fantastic, and like I said, plenty of videos out there at the minute. Now, we've spec'd, or this boat has been spec'd with the Verado 350s, twin 350s here at the back. So these are the V6s. I'll just come up a little bit higher so you can see these. These are obviously the V6s that are supercharged engines, and that's been spec'd in the white cowlings as well. And just while we're here at the back, you can see a fantastic extra that not many Axopars will have, and that is a stern thruster here at the back. Underwater lights underneath the trim tabs that you can see. And just coming back round this side and back up onto the boat. So this owner did quite a few kind of aftermarket extras, if you like. One of those is a yacht controller. So there's a full Garmin suite on board, a thruster and dockmate twist remote control system. That was the yacht controller that I was talking about there. So that, coupled with the stern thruster, makes this a fantastically manoeuvrable boat on top of what it already is. Now, as you can see, this has been spec'd with the wet bar option here at the stern, so that gives you loads and loads of room down here in the aft piece of the cockpit in order to store loads of pieces up underneath here. We'll have a look at that in a second. Here on the port quarter, we've got a fantastically big storage unit here for a couple of fenders. There's also the manual bilge pump just up underneath there as well. Transom shower. And this has been spec'd with the standard rails rather than the Brabus line rails, so the stainless standard rails. And this is just a little port here that you could have poles for a kind of a manual sunshade that comes up over the top of all of this bit here. Coming over to the starboard quarter, we've got another locker just up underneath here, as you can see, for a couple of fender lines. You've got ski pole or stainless ski rail over the top of the engines here, with just a little fitting just up here. These pieces here, you can fit 3 fold down seats that slot on top of these just here. It hasn't been spec'd on this boat, but it is a possibility. So you could have 3 fold down seats just here for a bit more seating around the boat. Just having a look at some of this storage that I just mentioned. We've got a nice big storage locker just up underneath the floor here. And if I put the camera down into there, let me just adjust the setting on the gimbal. You can actually see that all the way there. There's loads of lockers space just up underneath, so you could easily fit paddle boards, you could easily fit kind of fishing rods and various other bits down into that locker just there. And it's the same up underneath my feet just here as well. So coming here to the wet bar, as you can see, there's S-Tech kind of teak fake teak flooring down here, and that goes all the way up the side decks as well, all the way around the front and up on top of the wet bar just here as well, which is quite a nice little touch. Nice big stainless grab rail just here for a bit of security here at the back. There is just a little press catch just there, and that opens up this top piece. There's a locking top piece here, and you've got a nice little sink just there, and then a top loading cool box just in there as well, which is quite a good size. Storage lockers up underneath here as well, so plenty of storage space here at the back. And there's actually a 230 volt outdoor plug socket here on the right hand side as well, which would be fantastic for blowing up Ringos and various other bits. And also there's a little catch just there that actually lifts up this space here. So for a tall person using that wet bar system at the back, you've now got plenty of headroom space to be able to use that wet bar. Coming forward, again, we've got really nice big stainless handrail just up here. This has got a full Garmin suite of electronics, so that includes obviously chart plotter, VHF, but also the radar here at the top that you can see. So fantastically stable all the way up the top with that grab rail. Coming up to the front, you can see the colour of the interior fabrics that this has been spec'd into, the champagne colour that they had. So the full size sun pad just here with backrest and arm cushions. As you can see, shore power inlet just here for 230 volt, and another storage locker, and obviously some breakers down here, and that's in addition to the anchor locker, which is a massive space on this boat here. And again, an aftermarket piece that the owner put on was the electronic windlass that we've got here with controls just at the top here as well. So fantastic storage. And just while we are at the top, we can have a good look at the boat from the other end. And just while I'm here, this is obviously the forward cabin, which we're going to have a look at in just a second. But if I put my hand underneath here and grab this piece, I can lift that up and have a really nice piece of airflow coming down into that main locker, and there's a little window just at the bottom just there as well. So that's a really nice touch, being able to open that up completely, and it's quite useful if you are storing stuff in here. For example, the cushions, you can just pass them down through this locker here. Water inlet just here, and some breathers and some cup holders for the main cabin. We've got the winter cover up on the roof in a minute, but I will show you that this roof does completely come off. So you would have to untap that bit there to get the roof completely open. But obviously the winter cover is on board. So looking into the cabin, I'm just going to do a quick show round for you. We'll come back to the helm bit in just a second. But coming down to the stern, all your battery switches are just up underneath here. Again, champagne kind of sweet wraparound seating group here. A decent size table as well, so I'll just come back a little bit. So you get a nice kind of few people around here. Now on the aft cabin versions, that underneath this seat is actually the entrance to the aft cabin, but obviously without having the aft cabin, the wet bar on the back, that's then another storage unit up underneath this seating group just here. LED lighting and LED lighting up on behind here as well, which is really quite a nice touch. A few little grab rails here at the back, and another one just up here which is covered in Alcantara. Some nice little storage pockets here at the back of the seats. We've got another little cool box just up underneath here, so you could fit a few bottles of wine and a few beers in there. But coming up to the business end, again, we've got, like I said, full suite of Garmin kind of navigational gear up here, so nav screen just up in here. Most people would probably put in an additional screen up here, but that's been the owner's choice. This bit here, as you can see, bow and stern thruster controls. You can control the Fusion music unit up here as well, and obviously tabs at this point just here as well. And then obviously we've got twin sticks. This has been spec'd with the active trim system for the engines and the trim tabs at the back. You've got a waterproof wireless USB port just in there. Sorry, a USB port just in there, and this is the button for that roof. So as you can see, the roof here, if I just open up that front bit, for you. As I said, this is the winter cover that's up there, but this whole roof goes all the way back and opens up completely. And you can see the space that we've got here on the doors. So with the doors open, the roof open, you've got really kind of lots of airflow coming through the boat. Now this boat's also been spec'd with a Webasto heating system. So that control unit is just there, a 12-volt socket just up there, and a wireless phone charger just up here. I knew there was one on this boat. So wireless phone charger, so any kind of iPhone from iPhone 8 onwards. Here's the little remote control that you can use for your dockmate system. So you can control both thrusters from either side of this with that around your neck, walking around the boat, which is a great addition. Coming down into the cabin, really nice and light with that front piece just open. There are LED lights all the way around the kind of the storage units just up here. You've got some LED lights down at the bottom there as well. Little sink just up in this control unit just there. Storage locker there. An e-dispatcher outlet just there, and another 3-pin socket just here. The toilet for this boat is actually up underneath this cushion just there, and you've got another nice big storage locker just in there. Some nice windows all the way around, and above me I've got a nice big skylight as well. And then this piece actually comes down so you can shut off the bedroom just there. Everything is in really nice condition. Like I say, the boat's only really a year old or so. So we've got another fusion control unit just up here, and a nice grab handrail just up here on the left hand side as I'm bringing myself back up. Bolsters on the helm cushions here, and some nice detailing here with the stitches just through here. Now obviously with the piece up at the front there, the visibility is a bit less, but looking around from here we have got plenty of visibility all the way around. Lots of big pieces of glass all the way through. Protective covers in kind of Sunbrella plus canvas on this boat. And a few extra sockets as we've already seen, and finally a flush mounted iPhone charger up on the dashboard, which we've already just seen as well. So this boat is in Poole, in my yard, just outside my office. It's available and is listed at £229 tax paid. As I said, it's been in the UK its whole life, and actually not used very often either while it's been here. So a fantastic example of getting hold of a very rare Axopar 37 sports cabin. You can contact me directly on 07931 418 367, or my email address is tom.bentley@sunseekerpool.com. Thanks for watching.